Hi. So, about this time last year, I did I set out to do a 2 week 80-10-10 trial. And I was just watching some of those videos just now, my old videos on YouTube, to see if I could notice any difference since before I started the trial and now. And I wasn't totally sure because I was like, maybe my face looks a bit like thinner, kind of like longer. I'm not totally sure. But yeah. Anyway, it was very inspiring watching those videos. I felt like I made them yesterday. Like I could remember where I sat while I was saying the words and everything. Um, yeah, so it inspired me because there were some videos where I was just basically, well, first of all, I felt like I noticed that I was talking like really excitedly, like, and then this happened, and then like I'm so excited about this lifestyle and stuff, which kind of was like, like if I really liked it that much, like why aren't I doing it now? And also, there was one video where I started saying something like, everybody's always looking for the cure, like that one magical key to life that, solves all of their problems. And in the video, I had just had this moment, which I remember really well, running to the subway, and I had the same moments on Banana Island. It was just basically this feeling of like so much energy in the fuel tank that it just kind of like bubbled up in, like in my head, and like I felt really good, and I started to run, and like running was effortless. And yeah, um, so yeah, I was saying that, I had this thought after that maybe people always say like there's no one key to life, like nothing, there's no one, magic cure all that's going to make you happy. Like people think, you know, if they're like a drug addict, like they think the drug is like the key to life, or if you're a love addict, like you think your boyfriend is like the key to your happiness. But you have to realize that you have to kind of live a healthy life in many different ways and spread out your interests so that, you're not on like the roller coaster of being attached to the drug or the person, blah blah blah. But I was saying, maybe I have found the key. Like maybe there is a key, and maybe I found it, and the key is just eating like all fruits and vegetables. Like I was that excited about it. So basically, I had this desire for a long time to just like give it another shot, because right now I'm trying to do raw till 4. Like I'm not always perfect, but I try to eat, like sometimes I'll eat, cooked food earlier in the day, but I still try to focus on like fruit. And then for dinner, I cut out all oil, and I try to keep it, well, I have been doing that really well, like just being low fat, high carb vegan. Like I'll eat potato dishes from Potato Strong's website, which I like his recipes. So I'll make his French fries, or like rice with salsa, or like these no fat tortillas with rice and beans sometimes. So I've been doing that, and I really like it. Like I feel just so, like I don't feel stressed out at all. And I think that's another thing that I was noticing in the videos that I was making last year. It was because it was so new, and because like no one in my family like knew about it and thought it was so weird. It was really stressful for me because I felt like I was going crazy, like I was going insane, or they thought that I was going insane, and I myself wasn't even sure if I was, going off the deep end or not, because it seems so extreme. Like people were just like, "Oh my God, she's eating only all fruit. Like this is crazy." now, 1 year later, it seems like totally normal. Like, no one questions my diet. And I've talked about it so much, like, yeah, like fruit. So it's a lot easier. But there was like one point where I'm like, I feel like I'm deviating so far from the norm. Like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to live a normal life again. It was like this weird fear of just like leaving the herd. But now I see it really differently, where I'm like, I'm so happy that I've left the herd, because I see the herd for what it is. By the herd, I mean like people are sheep kind of thing. Like, I see how much we're brainwashed in the herd. And I feel like happy, and I feel like glad to have this weird diet and have like a weird interest, like it's something to talk about. And also, yeah, like I'm so used to like not going to restaurants, or just knowing like, baked potato or rice, or Japanese restaurant with vegetable sushi and stuff. Like, and people know, they've kind of accepted like I'm doing this for life, so they don't have to get mad. And also, like that, I feel I recently cut out alcohol in March, and I feel that made it a lot easier for me to cut out alcohol, because I'm so used to being like, yeah, I'm weird. Like, I have a really weird diet. That it wasn't hard to just be like, yeah, I don't drink. By the way, I'm really loving that. Like, I'm so happy I did. I really don't miss it. I don't miss it, but I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, like, I've had this desire. So even though my diet raw till 4 is going very well, it's a lot less stressful than being fully raw. Like, you feel satisfied all the time. It tastes really good. There's one problem. I don't feel as good as I felt being fully raw. Weight loss wise, like, I've very gradually lost weight. Like, I'm happy with that. I haven't lost like all my body fat yet or anything. I don't look like some people who had like this incredible transformation on it. I do feel like happy though that I did lose something, because like my whole life I'd never been able to lose anything permanently, so it was good. The main reason like that I don't feel great, I don't know, it's just like this physical feeling. When I was fully raw, I had more energy, I guess, and also a lot of like different changes were happening. Like, I had this like zippy feeling. Like, when I woke up in bed in the morning, it was like, ding, like I'm up and I'm charged up. I'm like ready to go. I'm like pushing out the push-ups, and I was like running around everywhere. And I had this light feeling where you always feel like so refreshed after your meals. It's like someone just spritzed you in the face with like a bottle of water. Whereas now, when I eat my meals, I probably felt like I felt before, like just, ooh, that was a heavy meal. I don't feel bad. It's just different. And so basically, I just want to give it another try, fully raw, to just see whether I'm, imagining things. Like, maybe I thought it was, I just like glorified it, or whether maybe I just do feel my best eating fully raw. So I want to give that a shot, and I actually hired a health coach to help me go fully raw, and it's terrible. Like, I haven't I got like email coaching, and I haven't emailed her at all, because, well, barely at all, because I just can't do it. Like, I just get too hungry, and I just like need the cooked food. Not like the cooked food is, terrible, but I wanted to go fully raw just to see if I felt better. Um, so yeah, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. So I thought I should do what I did last time successfully, which was make daily YouTube videos, even though it might be kind of boring. At least, it would like keep me honest and be like, okay, I gotta report on my fully raw day, so I'm gonna try to do that. And yeah, I want to do a 2 week trial. That's good because like I remember I watched like day 8 on my. Oh, I think I started out trying to do a 1 week trial. Like maybe I'll just say a 1 week trial. And then I was feeling so good at the end of week 1. I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing this. Like it's really not hard. And then on day 8, I started feeling really good. I watched that video. So I'm gonna try to do a 1 week trial. And another thing I've been kind of interested in is doing um, another banana island because I've been reading that, and also the health coach told me that banana island, like basically it lets your body rest so that any problems you have, like it can work on them because it frees up so much energy, like your body will heal itself and fix problems. So I'm like, okay, like maybe there's some problems my body needs fixing, like get to work. Another thing is I recently, well, today and yesterday, this weekend, I guess, started rereading 80-10-10. And it's so interesting because when I first read it, I was like, very, wow, this makes so much sense. But there's so much there's like a lot of, understanding nutrition stuff. And I kind of skimmed a lot of that because I'm like, I don't even know what this guy is talking about. Like, it's so technical. However, now that I've been like hearing this kind of stuff constantly about fat and sugar, and I don't know, it just is I'm more interested in like really understanding what it's all about. So I found like those sections really interesting. I was like rereading paragraphs. I'm like, okay. I mean, you really need to reread that book. Like, it's good. And also, there's this whole idea of like true health. What is like true health? It's not just your diet, it comes from all these other factors. And yeah, like, I'm gonna try to get to sleep on time and get more sleep and stuff. Like, I read this other really good book by Doug Graham. It was about like nutrition for athletes or something like that. And in that, like, he says, sleep is like extremely important. Like, try to sleep up to 12 hours a day. Like, that's, the second best thing after like eating, raw foods that you could possibly do for yourself. So I'm like, all right. And like getting sunshine, like, I've been doing a better job of that. Like, I'll go outside and just sit. It's great. So, anyway, yeah, recently I have just been feeling a bit down and not great, and I wonder, if this could help snap me out of it. Like, just give me something interesting and exciting to look forward to. Because when you're fully raw, like, I mean, a lot of cool stuff starts happening, like, really fast. And, also I want to know if I am remembering that correctly. Like, people will ask me, I'll tell them, oh yeah, I was fully raw for a month or two last summer. And they're like, how was it? I'm like, oh, it was amazing. And I rave it. I'm like, okay, was it really that amazing? I think so. Like, just watching those videos, I'm like, okay, I was definitely, feeling some effects, but I want to just try it again to reconfirm, see if I can repeat the results. And yeah, so I hope, I know this video is really long, but I'm going to be making videos every day. And sorry if they're a bit boring, but just don't watch them if you think they're boring. And I hope that it helps someone who just needs support. Like, I would watch people's vlogs like this. I like them, so we'll see. So, all right, bye.